Hey everybody, welcome back to Tripura. It's day 19 and we just got our last villager that I think we're going to get before winter, unless I can make more housing. I'm just going to store these in here for convenience sake. And when we signed out last time, we were in the midst of cooking up some beetroot soup. That's almost done. I'm just going to go fill my water back up here. As I've said earlier, the way that you discover new recipes is by putting stuff in the crock pot. So in this case, we put in 4 liters of water, which comes directly from your water flask right here. And we just made beetroot soup, which is 4 beetroot. Now we're going to do 4 garlic for, you guessed it, garlic soup. And I can put these right here. Our warehouse person will come and take them from there and bring them over to the food storage in the warehouse, which is this right here. Good rule of thumb is to count on your people eating 2 of those plates per day. Depends on what the plate is. If it's meat soup, it lasts, it does a lot. If it's garlic soup, it does not do as much, although garlic soup does give us a little health recovery. 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to go ahead and do, you guessed it, onion soup. Onion soup gives a nice health recovery bonus. So you definitely want to try and keep some of that around. I'm going to go ahead and eat this garlic soup, and you'll see my health, where my health bar is right now, down at the bottom of the screen. And you'll see now it's going up. There's a little First Aid Plus, and there's a bar in it moving around. You can't really see it, but there it is. And it shows up here in your status, so it cures winter's cough, in other words, the little COVID virus that we get when our temperature gets low. And of course, our health is increasing, but now those are both worn off. So now we've discovered onion soup as well. And with those recipes discovered, so I'm going to go ahead and eat an onion soup. So you can see where my health is right now, just below half of the bow. I'll go ahead and eat that soup, and we're now above half of the bow. So about 5 to 8% of our health from that. Plus it's being replenished, and indigestion if we had that. We also get, if you hadn't noticed, thirst back from eating soups. So I'm going to go ahead and put these ingredients in here. In the beginning right now, I don't want him to start, our cook to start cooking onion soup or anything like that right away, because I want those to go in with meat to stretch out the meat soup. This is, every one of these is a meat soup, is a batch of meat soup basically, but only if you have the veggies to back it up. If you don't, then you're putting in 4 meat, at which point you're really burning meat up fast. We're going to have a lot of veggies coming in from our gatherers, so let's hold on to that for now and use that for meat soup. Alright, let me fill up my water here, get a drink. Ragna, you beat me to it. And I've got a builder now, Bossa. Just came in last night. Let's go assign him to a house. Bossa's got a large health pool, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take Finn away from this watchtower. And I'm going to put Bossa into it. And I'm not seeing the customary drop to the defenseless, so I'm going to change the schedules here to see if they patched out that, what I would consider a glitch, which is that if your watchtower person isn't actually have to report to work, that it still counts. So right now we're at 40% defenseless. Well, Bossa does actually have to show up for work. It was Finn that we changed to not having to. I'll put him back on work since he's now essentially a builder for us. I'm going to wait until I see Bosa up the tower and actually doing his thing to see if that 40% number changes. And stone harvest. Alright, so we need another stone harvest marker. Let me go grab some rope. Put these seeds away. So nice finding rope here all the time now. And look at that. We've got fiber in storage, so it's time to start looking at clothing. So I've got some rope. Let me grab some sticks. And I think we have stone harvest down here, so he's already sort of out in this area, so let's put another stone harvest there. Hammer broke, alright. I guess that means it's stop hammer time. Yes, I went there. I'll show myself out. So now I need to replace those 2 sticks with 2 others to get our next marker down. And here they are. Nope. There they are. If we're here, next stone should be here. Here. Yeah. Just hit L. Hammer that out. Lean your head back and catch raindrops in your mouth, or go find something to drink water out of. Now what we do need to do is go out and drop a bunch of lumberjack marks, lumber gathering markers along the beach so that we start getting thatch from the lumberjacks. But right now, let's go set up some clothing orders so that we start having clothing available. The Weaver has 2 slots out here for outfits, much like this rack here for tools and whatnot. So right here is where you would craft linen and linen thread. I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of fiber right now. And I'm going to come here and say craft on that. And I'm going to say, well, give me, so fiber thread, linen thread. It's just 2 fiber. And linen itself is 4. Straightforward. So I'm going to come here now to her. I'm going to look at her orders that we have with her. And we can now add a task to that. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to check here real quick, and I'm going to say, well, to make a, let's say, thick linen pants is 10 linen and 2 thread. Less than 10, less than 10, less than 10. So if she has 10 linen on hand at any given time, we should be able to make pretty much anything that we need to over here just by walking up and pulling the trigger on it. So let's go ahead and tell her to have 5 linen thread and 10 linen on hand at all times. So we'll come here, we'll add the task, we'll say linen. And a couple extra just so that there's a buffer. And 5, let's call it 6 linen thread. Oop, I forgot to do right here. 12, create, and make sure you create them. Alright, so now there will always be 6 linen thread and 12 linen on hand. She's got plenty of space here for linen. And she's got space here for linen thread, like so. So that was probably... oh, we don't know what that was. Now as she makes actual outfits, they'll go here. We'll queue that up in a minute. Our water is starting to get filled up because our guy is doing it. Hey, look at that. Fish. The fish rack is getting used, which means that the warehouse was close enough to the fishing hut for the warehouse guy to do it. Okay. Fantastic. That's great news. That is great news. That means there will now always be fish over here. That means that the kitchen person will always have fish available. He's got meat available because it's right next door. He's got veggie available because that's right there. He's got the farmhouse available with their veggies. So I think at this point the cook has access to everything they need to, oh, look at all that. Okay, we've got meat coming in, we've got veggie coming in, we've got clothes in production. It's autumn. We've got very little in stock at the... oh, there they are. So we've got stuff in stock at the lumberjacks, the woodcutters, and at the stonecutters. It's looking good. Everybody's working. I don't see any exclamation points. So everybody's mostly happy. Well, mostly working anyways. Happy. We still have 3 that are unhappy. Feels unsafe. Please fill some fences. Well, we've got 3 towers up and running. Let's double check to make sure they are all manned. Watchtower, watchtower, watchtower. Alright. I hear you. I hear you. You're unhappy. You want more defenses. Let's go ahead and do some terraforming here and put a 3rd cottage in. And start working on bringing in more people. Is our guy up there yet? Not yet. You get stuck on the tree there for a second. Chasing those guys is generally a waste of time. You know, we've got 1 builder, and going into winter we don't really need a builder. So Finn did such a great job as a watchtower person before. It might be worth it for us to go ahead and give him a watchtower job again. dark and stormy night. So if I presume I'm going to put another cottage to the right of that, then a watchtower could go right out here as another front wall watchtower. I think we'll go ahead and do that. Yep, getting a little cold now, huh? Need to start paying attention to the temperature because we're into the negatives, which means winter is just about here. Which means we got clothing up and working probably a few days later than we should have. But better late than never. Wow, somebody made a huge pile of firewood here. What's up with that? Let's see if she's got those pieces of linen for us yet. If not, we'll just go ahead and make our own. Let's go ahead and make a linen hood. Have 3, need 6. She has not gotten to that yet for us, so we'll come here. Grab, oh! Where did it all go? Have 3, need 6. There it is, and needed 2 more thread. So here is a hood. Let's go with thick linen pants. We don't have any leather hide done yet, so it's going to have to be flimsy. 8 linen and 2 rope, of which we have plenty, so let's get 8 linen together. Come here and build some flimsy pants, which is better than no pants, I'm just saying. Flimsy gloves is just 2 linen. flimsy shirt. 7 linen. 4, 5. 8 more fiber. We have none here, so this is our limit for right now. But we're now equipped a little better than we were. Hood, gloves, pants. Work on boots next, and a shirt. Meanwhile... Oh, we never came here and set this field. It got done by the builders, and I never came and set it. That's unfortunate. Alright, flax it is, all the way across. We hit save. And we're sure due for a blood moon anytime now, so... Make sure our club is in good shape. Make sure we're by the fire and warm. Make sure we're set for food and drink. All right. We are mostly fed. We are full of water. Come over here to the food bin and see what is sitting there. Got a fish soup. We'll eat one of those. I've got 5 linen on hand. I'll go ahead and put that away. Clothes that we just made, we're not really dropping on temperature anymore. They've got a fire going in both of the cottages, so that's good. Means they're staying nice and warm while they sleep. Go ahead and queue up this tower down here that I was looking at doing. About right there. And we'll go ahead and pin that. I've got 8 rope. I can put it into that right now. Bark, sticks, and long sticks. No long sticks, no bark. Let's check their priorities. Sticks and thatch high on the list, so we'll bring those down so that everything's more or less the same. Bring logs and long sticks up. Well, you know, they need all of those. Okay, here we are. The next day done. No blood moon tonight, apparently, so unless I've forgotten that we had one in autumn already, it's got to be any day now. I think winter is around the corner, so in fact I think winter might be tomorrow. So either we missed a blood moon or I just forgot that we had it maybe on the first day of autumn or something. Anyways, here we are. We're still prepping for autumn. I made a mistake by not having that third field up and running flax right away, so we're going to be playing catch up on that a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. We've got meat coming in. We've got certainly plenty of veggies. I hope we're going to be all right. Stick around to find out. I'll see you next time. This is Ace, signing out.